So right now I'm walking along the levee road just to the Oregon mountain side of the Rio Grande River, and I'm going north roughly from Salem Colony near the bridge that goes over the river. Just to the left of the road that I'm on, you'll see the southern extent of the Robledo Mountains Wilderness Study area. And I'll be going up into a little canyon there that has some scenic features. I'm now 1 mile north of Salem Colony Road. There's a large tree over there. Sort of serves as a landmark for me. And I'll be going down off the levee road pretty soon and headed out toward the dry riverbed, which I will cross to get to my destination. So here's that tree. It's not doing very well. Looks like an aspen tree with a pretty large infestation of mistletoe, which is sucking the life out of the plant. There's a little clearing here and all the brush on the tangled bank, and I'll be using that to go down into the river. Right, managed to do that without falling. See the Doniana Mountains up there to the north. On the other side of the riverbank, there's a road called Rocky Acres Trail. And I'll be taking that north a little bit to get me closer to my destination. Then I'll be climbing up a ridge and following the ridge line. Incidentally, the weather report said that it was going to be clearing up. That is, the cloud cover was going to be clearing up by now. Obviously did not happen. Not the greatest day for photography or videography, but that's not entirely the point of today's outing. There's a barbed wire fence here. The reason for that is this area is in fact used for cattle grazing. You can see some cow pies scattered around. Fortunately, the fence is not too difficult to surmount. Just have to be a little careful here. All right. Up ahead there's a break in the brush. This is mostly salt cedar, which was brought in to control erosion. Turned out to be an invasive plant, difficult to eradicate, and it was really, in retrospect, quite a mistake to bring it in. And just on the other side of the clearing you'll see Rocky Acres Trail. I should add that this land I'm on now is controlled by the Elephant Butte Irrigation District, so it is federal land. I always, or usually rather, check the Doniana County parcel map, which is an online resource. It's an interactive map that you can use to see who owns what parcel of land. One of the things about public lands around here is that there are patches of privately owned land interspersed with public land. And if you want to be responsible, in general, you want to stay off the private land. It isn't always marked. Sometimes it is. But you can't really tell necessarily by fence lines, because the fence lines can be put in because of the cattle grazing, and that can be done on public lands as well as demarcating private land. So up ahead we see a gate. There is a privately owned patch of land there, which is currently used for some sort of agricultural production. It looks like it is actually a pecan field, sort of what I was guessing from the overhead view. And there's kind of a primitive footpath here that goes up that ridge line. And that's where I'm going to be going. So right now I'm walking on what appears to be an old Jeep trail. Judging from the growth of creosote, I don't think anyone has driven here for quite some time. More or less directly ahead of me is the Split Rock Canyon, which I normally access by going through the Prehistoric Trackways National Monument. The canyon itself, though, is just north of the Trackways National Monument. It's actually in the Robledo Mountains Wilderness Study area. And I'm really going there today to practice my drone skills. I do wish we had some sunshine. It would make for an interesting video, but such is not to be today. Looks like it's actually getting worse, not clearing up. So here we go. Alright, I'm done doing the drone video. Polished up my skills a little bit, learned a little bit more about the automatic flight modes, and perhaps a little bit about some of the different types of still photography that you can do with this thing. I do wish it were sunny. Could get a lot better pictures that way, but it is what it is. I'm about 2.5 miles from the car right now, and I'll be walking back, soaking in this beautiful view of the Oregon Mountain Desert Peaks National Monument. Really nice, soft pastel lighting. One thing about these mountains is every day they look a little bit different, and it's always nice to see. So this will be a nice hike back. No people, no cars. Good air quality, no viruses. It's always appreciated at this point in our history. Right now we're dealing with the Omicron variant, causing record case counts, record hospitalizations. And here in Doñana County, seeing a spike in the death rate also, which is rather disconcerting. Anyway, enough of that dour note there. Time to refocus on nature, what nature has to offer, recharge my mental health battery, and go home and enjoy my family. Signing off now. That's it.